Hi everyone, I'm going to be showing you guys my everyday makeup routine. I use this routine whenever I'm going for a casting, whenever I'm going for a meeting, if I feel like applying makeup on a regular day. This is the type of makeup I would apply. First things first, I'm going to brush my brows. I cannot do my makeup without brushing my brows. I'm going to be giving tips in this video as we proceed, so just stay tuned for each tip. So one tip I would give when it comes to your brows, always make sure you use a blade to clean up your brow area. That's going to give your makeup or make your makeup look really nice and neat. I'm going to take this Benefit brow gel, so I'm going to be using it to lay my brows, but before I do that, I like to go in with my lip liner at this stage. I saw a video where if you apply your lip liner at the beginning of your makeup, it lasts longer. I've been doing it and I actually noticed it lasts longer. And just brush that to make sure my brows are laid down. So I like to use a brow setter on my brow because I feel like I have a lot of hair and sometimes the hair can stand out or stick out whenever I do my makeup. So I like to make sure everything is flat on my face, or it's at least gelled up to a particular position to face a particular side. My brows can be rowdy. I think I do my brow in an unconventional way. I use this brush. You can see it's like an angled brush that I washed. The way I wash my makeup, I put it in like the washing machine in a bag. So when I brought it out, I don't know, it kind of sunk inside. It just came out being the perfect angle for my eyebrow brush. And since then, I've loved it. Whenever I want to wash it, I just wash it by myself so it doesn't disappear on me. What I'm going to use for my eyebrow is this Sephora eyeshadow. I got this specifically for, it's very small. I got this specifically for my eyebrow. I'm just going to tap it in. I don't like making my eyebrows too full from the start. I basically just go in towards the end of my eyebrows, complete the tail, and then fill that in. I don't really do much in the middle section. So that's basically what I do for my brows. And then I'm going to go in with my concealer underneath to clean it up. And then at the top, I'm going to go in with my foundation. I usually use my foundation for both, just so it's neutral. I think I'm going to use my foundation for both areas, just so it's, you know, neutral and looks more natural when I do my makeup, because with the concealer it sort of like brightens up the eyebrow, and this is like an everyday look, so I wouldn't want that to look too bright. Usually my next step is to color correct if I feel like. I'm not going to be using my color corrector. I'm going to be using my concealer to color correct because I just found that it works better for me. Hold on, I'm color correcting. Did I apply it? Yes, I did not apply primer. I'm color correcting. I'm going to quickly go in with my primer in the areas where I've not color corrected. This is a new primer I'm trying out, so hopefully I like it. It's like an SPF hydrating primer, and I rarely use SPF on my skin, so I like how it feels though. This is interesting. It's literally an SPF primer, so let's see how that works, if it works. Usually I don't like putting SPF on my face when I'm applying makeup. I just feel like it makes my makeup look weird, but let's see how this one works out. One thing I also do when I apply my makeup, if I want it to be as natural as possible, sometimes I go in with my hands, or my fingers, sorry. My fingers actually blend this thing makeup really well. I don't know, have you guys tried using your fingers to blend your makeup? Let me know in the comments section. Okay, so I've color corrected in the places I just feel like are a bit darker than my usual skin. When I apply my foundation or my skin tint, because I rarely use foundation, it's not as dark. I'm going to go in with the same skin tint I used for my eyebrows and just apply that all over my face, because when I apply my foundation, I always make sure I go under my chin to achieve like a neutral look in front. I really hate cakey makeup, especially when I'm just trying to achieve a simple makeup look. So I try to use as minimal foundation as possible. I also avoid my under eye area because I'm going to go in with my concealer, so I try to limit as much product in that area as possible. And one thing I also noticed is I recently got a lot of skin tags during my pregnancy. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go in with my concealer and just apply that on the areas I want to apply my concealer. I know there are so many people, or I've been seeing this trend online where people go in with like a lot of concealer on their eyes. I cannot do that. I cannot. I just feel weird, like, you know, the extremely bright under eye. No, it's not for me. So do what works for you guys. Make sure you do what works for you. I'm just going to blend in the concealer now, and I like to go upwards when I'm blending just to lift my face up a bit, and I also go into my eye area. Can you guys see how lifted this area is and how this place is just like my normal face? So when you blend your concealer upwards, it gives you that look. Okay, so now that I'm just blending my concealer, let me just talk to you guys a bit. I mentioned that I got a lot of skin tags, but I was not eating like a lot of sugar during my pregnancy, so I was just like, where are you coming from? But I feel like they've reduced now though. During my pregnancy it was very intense and I was just like, what the hell? But right now it has reduced. I've given birth. If you guys want to know how my pregnancy was, my whole journey and everything, it's going to be in the video, so you guys should check it out or watch out for it. I also haven't been uploading on my vlog channel because I honestly really just wanted to enjoy the process of my pregnancy. I didn't want to put it online just because I'm someone who likes, when I'm experiencing something for the first time, I like to experience it with my own experience. I don't want like external factors of, oh, these, that. Like, I just like to experience things for the first time by myself. Well, not by myself obviously, like with raw reactions and just me experiencing it. It was something I wanted to do, and I think just 2 people may have noticed that I was pregnant, and she was like, girl, are you pregnant? But then by the time she noticed that I had already given birth, so that was when I was like really pregnant. When I recorded that particular video, I was really pregnant. So I screamed. I was like, someone noticed. It's not like I didn't want to share that experience, but I just wanted to experience it before anyone else knew. And this pregnancy was very private. We are very private people. My husband and I, we are very private people, so we don't really, you wouldn't know except we tell you. So there were like a limited number of people that knew about my pregnancy, and there are still some people that don't know. They're probably going to find out from the video. So for more information about my journey and my delivery experience, check out my other channel. If it's not out yet, it's going to be out very soon because I'm recording it today definitely. And yeah, I like to go in with a beauty blender just to blend it properly now, because before I only used to use like the brush, and I always felt like it didn't blend it as much as I wanted it to be blended. So I always go in with a beauty blender. Next thing, now I'm going to go in with my contour. I like to go a bit high there because I'm going to blend it out anyway, so I just like to go a bit higher than normal. And then I go on around my forehead, underneath my chin and my nose. I like to blend my contour upwards. This angled brush, I go upwards with it. I also recently figured something out with my hair. So my hair is currently in, or my wig, I'm wearing a wig right now, it's currently in flexi rods. I recently figured out how to use flexi rods. I'm telling you, since then, that's the wig I've been wearing. I wore it for a fitting I had. That was the first time I tried it, and it was so nice. It came out so beautifully, and I think that's what I'm going to be doing for most of my wigs. So if you guys see me with like big wave curls and everything, just know I really enjoy the flexi rods give me. Okay, so yes, another update. I'm just here bombarding you guys with updates, guys. I feel like I haven't spoken to you guys like this type of video in such a long time. This is where I'm just dropping it because most of the people that watch my makeup videos are my like regular viewers and supporters. So I love to drop hints or updates about like life and everything in this type of videos, because it's one of those videos where I just come and give you guys some life updates and we keep it moving. I recently realized I started having postpartum hair loss. Let me not smile, let me blend this nose. A few days ago, I was just looking at myself with the without a wig, because I'm currently wearing wigs. I've been wearing a wig that is not even tight on my hairline. Like my hairline is here, the wig is here, so it's not even tight. And it was a closure wig, it was not tight at all, so I know it's not friction from the wig. I just looked at my hairline. I'm like, hold up, this is not what I saw when I was braiding my hair or cornrowing my hair. I took a picture and then I went back to the video I did. Something was definitely different. I'm not mad, I'm not crazy. Something was, yeah, So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at. I honestly really did not want that to get to me. I tried so hard. I tried to like motivate myself, to tell myself, you know what, I brought a life into this world, so it's just one of those effects. And also I decided I can also use that to my advantage. I can share this journey and also show you guys how I plan on growing back my edges. So yeah, that's another update. I'm having postpartum hair loss and my hairline is becoming non-existent. The only thing that a few weeks ago I recorded a ponytail hairstyle where I still had my edges, and now they're non-existent. Yeah, usually I'll go in with blush, but realistically this is not the part where I go in with my blush. So I usually use a powdered blush. I also have like a cream blush, but I'm not going to use that. So I'm going to go in and set my face now. Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch. I'd like to use it to set my face because I just feel like it does a really nice job with doing that. So I'm just going to go in with that and one of the reasons why I like it is I feel like I can control how much I use as compared to like the other powder. So yeah, I really like how mattifying this product is because I'm not someone who likes a shiny makeup, so I really like products that make it look very mattifying. And then I'm going to go in with this NARS light reflecting setting powder as well. It's like very dark, so I use it for my contour. I recently got this MAC blush. It's in the color Pinch Me Sheer Tone Blush. I don't know if that's the color, but that's the blush I got. So this is what it looks like. I'm just picking it up. To think that I'm recently or slowly becoming a blush girly is so funny. I don't use too much. I just use a little bit. When I go for shoots, I literally hate how they apply my blush. They'll apply it here. Why are you applying blush here? I don't know. I always tell them, we as black people, we don't apply blush on this, but sometimes they want to act like they know what they're doing, and I'm like, honey, you don't know what you're doing. Don't act like you do. So yeah, when I'm done with that, I'm going to spray my face before I go in with my eyeshadow. If you're someone who does not like eyeshadow or you wouldn't want to use eyeshadow, this is literally where you can stop with your makeup. You can just go in with your lip gloss. But I just want like a neutral, simple vibe. So I'm going to use an eyeshadow. I'm going to probably use this one from the Huda Beauty Nude Medium. Hopefully it comes up with a nice, okay, yes. If I'm doing like an everyday makeup look, I always use just one eyeshadow. So I just go in mostly around my lid, then I brush it out a bit. This one is actually having more color than I thought. Okay, so since it's coming out a bit pinkish, I'm going to stop using it. I'm just going to brush out the edges just so it's not just sharp there. I currently have lash extensions, like cluster lashes that I did by myself. So I'm not going to be using eyeliner. I rarely use eyeliner when I have cluster lashes because I feel it gives that effect already. Yeah, that's it. I'm done with my makeup. So I'm just going to go in with my lip gloss once again. I got this new lip gloss from Essence. It's like a extra lip shine. It has like a pink tint to it, but I don't know if it has any effect on my lips. Yeah, very simple, very nice, very demure. I'm also going to go in with the setting spray again. I'm going to take down my hair and I'll come back and show you guys the final look. Okay, so this is my final look. This is the everyday, or this is my everyday makeup routine. I do not apply makeup every day. However, when I go out for castings or when I have like a meeting, this is the makeup I would do most of the time. If I don't have lash extensions, I just go in with my eyeliner because I feel like eyeliner and lash extensions sort of do the same thing for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want a tutorial on how I achieve these curls, by the way, this hair is like a kinky curly hair. The fact that I was able to achieve these curls on a kinky curly hair, just imagine what it would look like on a straight hair. But anyways, I love this makeup, I love this hair. This is my everyday makeup routine. It's very simple and easy to do and fits any and all events. If you're someone who does not like makeup, you can still use this as a glam makeup if you want to, but this is also a simple makeup as well. I've come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which part was your favorite, or what do you guys do differently with your makeup, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.